listening to Arts on the Air, a bi-weekly-ish interview show dedicated to Savannah, Georgia's artists, musicians, and authors. Each episode will feature a guest in conversation about their philosophy, practice, and current projects, as well as their thoughts on the state of the arts in our community. Our theme music is a clip by Jose Ray, made specifically for this show. Today I have Jessica Broad joining me. Jessica Broad is an artist living and working here in Savannah. Her art explores the sculptural and functional potentials of clay, and sometimes other media. She's received a B.F.A. from the Maryland Institute College of Art in 1996, and her M.F.A. from the University of Arizona in 2003. She's completed residencies at the Vermont Clay Studio, Baltimore Clayworks, and in Baltimore Clayworks she received the Lormina Salter Fellowship. She was honored with the Maryland State Arts Council Individual Artist Grant in Visual Arts Crafts in 2006. She was featured as an emerging artist in the May 2006 issue of Ceramics Monthly. Her work has been published in countless books and magazines. Jessica has been teaching ceramics since 2001, and she's currently a professor at the Savannah College of Art and Design, as well as the director-coordinator of the Savannah Clay Community. Broad is a guest artist in the upcoming show Fur, Feathers, Familiars, which is a ceramic exhibition commemorating the animal kingdom, their words, at Ology Gallery. Ology Gallery is located at 415 Bonaventure Road. It's Unit 3, around back, in Thunderbolt. Thanks for being back to Arts on the Air.
It's been a long time.
When was the last time you did it? Do you have a year?
Oh, I'm going to guess 2017.
Okay. So in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Quite a while.
Rob's lovely. I don't see him near as much as I'd like. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Jessica Broad. I'm a ceramic artist. I live here in Savannah, Georgia. I teach ceramics at SCAD. I'm the director of the Savannah Clay Community. And I've been making sculpture and functional ceramic artwork for a very long time.
Yay! So you are specifically here because I would love to get some more information about Fur, Feathers, and Familiars, the ceramic exhibition commemorating the animal kingdom at Ology that's coming up. And this will be brand new. That show runs Saturday, August 8th through Saturday, September 12th. Will you be at the opening reception? Will you be at the closing reception?
I will definitely be at the opening reception. I'm not sure about the closing reception. That's too far in the future for me to know.
Fair enough. You're a busy lady. So that opening reception is Saturday, August 8th from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Closings, the Saturday, September 12th, that final day, 5:30 to 7:30. I am so excited. I could not find an image of your piece or pieces. What did you make? Are you allowed to share?
Of course I'm allowed to share. Because the show is split between sculptural work and what ceramic artists call functional work, things that you can eat and drink off of, etc. I have 2 platters in the show and 2 sculptures in the show. And they're all decorated with various animals. The platters, one has a painting from a photo I took on Oatland Island, so nod to Savannah local stuff. And the other one has monkeys on it, not at all Savannah.
Adorable, I'm sure.
Yes, it's a mother and a baby.
So what was the difference? It's sculptural and functional, you said?
Yeah, this is something that I always have trouble explaining to people who aren't ceramic artists. So ceramic artists tend to differentiate between things that you can use to serve or eat food from and things that you look at.
So the plates on my grandmother's wall that she has no intention of eating off
Still
of.
would be functional because you could eat off of them.
Right. Let's check. A lot of your work on social media is animals and super realistic, so you fit right in. I'm so excited. 4 pieces, that's a lot of pieces. Were these pre-existing? Were they made specifically for the show?
No, they were pre-existing.
I love that. I saw, was it Lisa Watson? And some of those were familiar. I'd seen a couple of those in her studio before. I love bringing some of the hot hits out. All right, how did you become a ceramicist?
Oh, that's a long story, but I guess in a shortened version that I tend to tell people when they ask me, as a kid, I knew people who were ceramic artists, so I knew that was something you could do. spent a lot of time in Mexico where ceramic art's everywhere. And then when I got to school, I was like, ooh, I want to do art, but I want to do something that I can use. So I started as a potter, and then I started doing sculpture.
Oh, is the difference between a potter and a ceramicist also functional versus sculptural?
Pretty much. A potter makes pots.
Sure.
Pottery. So if you're not making pots, you're not a potter.
Is the material any different?
No, same stuff. Just different shapes.
Fancier title when you move to the...
Sure.
Alright. Was somebody in your family also a potter?
I have an aunt who's not professionally a potter, but was doing a lot of pottery. So she gave me a little cup when I was little, and I had that to drink out of. Her son is a professional ceramic artist.
Ooh, do you guys like bounce ideas off each other?
Not as much as you'd think. More his wife than him. His wife is also a ceramic artist.
Ah, okay. How did you end up in Savannah? Your job at SCAD?
Yes.
Very, very cool. You've been a professor at SCAD for a long time now. 2009, 2010?
2009.
Very good. And you were in other colleges before then. I mean, your resume is so impressive. Your sites have a lot of things that I don't understand. I am not a potter or a ceramicist. I do have an art history degree and a museum studies degree, so I have no excuse. Can you teach me about printing on clay?
Well, that's not something that even a lot of potters know about. It's becoming more common, but when I first started doing it, it was kind of a weird thing to do. There was one book out there called Ceramics and Print, and it showed all these images of printed stuff on clay, but didn't tell you how to do it. And so in graduate school, I was taking printmaking classes, I was taking ceramics classes. I'm like, I'm going to figure out how to combine these two. And so if you know about printmaking, I do all of those techniques, but I figured out ways of doing them on clay. So like lithography on clay or relief printing on clay.
You're just smooshing it?
There's different ways of doing it. Sometimes I'm printing on paper and then using that paper to transfer the print onto the clay surface. Sometimes I'm printing directly onto the clay. Sometimes I'm printing onto like a jelly plate and using the early gelatin that you print onto, and then you use that to transfer the ink.
Huh.
It's a lot.
A gelatin plate. All right. Yucky.
They've got glycerin in them too. They don't rot like gelatin would.
Oh, okay. Excellent. All right. What's a solar plate etching? You transfer those onto clay too?
Yep. That was something that I researched a couple years ago. So an etching is a very old technique. That's where you carve into a plate and then the ink goes into the lines that you carve. A solar plate is, they're often done with acid.
Oh.
So that's pretty toxic. And so someone invented this gelatin photosensitive gel that can go on top of a metal plate, and it hardens with exposure to sunlight. And so then you end up with, if you put your image between the light and the plate, the areas where the images don't harden, and then you can wash those out and you've got an image on your plate. And then you just put ink on there, fill in the lines, and then you transfer that onto your piece. And you can get pencil drawings and very super fine detailed drawings printed that way.
That's cool.
Photos, all kinds of things.
Fancy. All right, what spring mold? Sprig mold?
You've been doing a lot of reading. Sprig mold is a mold that, do you know what Wedgwood pottery is? Like
No.
wood jasperware? It's like the blue pottery with the relief white stuff on it. I think 17th century English.
Oh, okay.
So it's blue and white pottery. That's sprig decoration. So it's basically just like a very thin mold that you use to make a decoration that you stick on something else. Basically, you're making clay stickers that you stick onto whatever you're making. It's a way of adding mass-produced relief sculpture onto pots.
Oh, that's cool. So it's just like a cupcake mold that you...
Basically.
All right.
In fact, you can use the molds they make for icing decoration to push clay into.
You have an M.F.A. from the University of Arizona, a B.F.A. from the Maryland Institute of College of Art, and you've been a SCAD ceramics professor since 2009. You've been everywhere. I mean, the list of awards, recognitions, honors, fellowships, organizations you're a part of, publications, presentations, astounding. Jessica, very, very cool. Very super cool. What don't normal people know about being a ceramicist or how ceramics work that maybe we should know without you losing your SCAD job? Just, dumb it down for me.
We don't have that kind of time. It takes a long time to learn about ceramics. I think one of the things that maybe people don't realize is while it's easy in a way, there's a lot of technical information that you need to learn to be very successful at it. So people who've been doing ceramics successfully for a long time, I always tell my students you're going to end up being an amateur chemist, amateur geologist, etc., because you kind of need to know all these things about the materials that you're using in order to make it really work. If you're in a class and you've got a teacher there who can answer all the questions, it's very easy. But once you start doing it on your own and start having problems, there's a lot that you need to know in order to fix problems.
What's your most recent problem? Give an example. Teach me something.
This year it's been that because clay is something that's mined, all these mines are closing. And so then you have to find all new materials and figure out new formulations for your glazes or etc. So that's been a big thing in the last year or two, is that all these common materials that everyone's been using aren't being mined anymore.
Wait, that's so weird. Why?
Well, if you think about the size of the ceramic art community, or even just dinnerware manufacturing, it's not that big of an industry. And so the main consumer of clay in the US is actually the paper industry. Shiny paper is coated with clay.
Okay, that's weird.
So if the ceramic industry isn't big enough to keep clay mines open quite often, so if they don't have another market for their stuff, they're not making it anymore. They just stop mining it.
So what have you been doing instead?
There's been a lot more importing. So for instance, there was a feldspar that was mined in North Dakota and now we're importing from India, which makes clay far less sustainable as a medium. But
is there any differences in texture or color when you're looking at different mines?
Of course, yeah. We just gotta do a lot of testing and it's very technical.
Does it change bake times? What's the reasonable word for bake time?
Fire. It can, yeah. It's a lot of chemistry. No, I mean, there's a lot of potters out there who just rely on companies to do all this for them. So you can buy commercial glazes, you can buy commercially mixed clay. You don't need to do all this yourself. But it's a lot more expensive to do that.
Do you do that?
I do not. I do a lot of my own mixing and testing. And
do you make your students do their own mixing and testing?
I teach a class for that, yeah.
What's the class called?
Surface design for ceramics.
No, I would never have put that together. I would never have known that that's what that meant without a whole paragraph syllabus.
Well, there's a lot of other things in that class. So printing on clay and all kinds of stuff. Part of what you learn.
Does the color hold differently based on where the clay is from?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
How do you, you just have to test everything? You have to test every time?
Yeah. If you've got new material, if it's all the same batch, you're fine, but.
Yeah, but wouldn't a batch be different, from the same mine even, month to month or year to year?
Yeah.
So you only know about what's exactly sitting in your hands right that second?
You can make generalizations. Most artists don't test absolutely everything they get, but too expensive.
Lisa Watson once told me that things don't actually explode in kilns as much as I think. Is that true?
Depends on who's firing them.
So they don't explode for her, but they definitely explode for me. Got it.
Yeah. So if you know what you're doing, I almost never have things explode, but there's a lot to know about how So the common myth is if you've got trapped air in your clay, it will make things explode. That's not true. Water makes things explode. So steam.
Sure.
Now if you've got trapped air, steam gets trapped in those pockets and it can expand those pockets, but it'll still explode even if you don't have trapped air if there's water in it. So basically, as long as you're not firing wet clay, you're fine.
How long does clay have to sit out to dry? Do you have to like visually test it?
Usually I test by touching and feeling how hot or cold it is. Wet stuff feels colder. But there's no set time because atmosphere, thickness of the clay, all that. It could be a day, it could be a week, it could be a month, depending on how thick your thing is. And where you live, Savannah, Georgia is not great for drying stuff out.
I can see that. I can see how summer in Savannah might extend to dry times, yeah. What's your most recent project, Ben?
Well, I just, out of the kiln that I emptied today, pulled out a couple of large animal sculptures that have just been bisque-fired. They're not finished yet. But
How big are we talking?
I don't go super large anymore. It just takes up too much space. They're about
Like a 2 foot?
yeah, about I'd say 18 inches.
Very cute. Super realistic, or are we going kind of more like whimsical?
Realistic animals, surrealist environments. So I like to play with scale and juxtaposing things that don't make sense together, etc.
I like that. Color a little too, right?
Yeah, weirdly, I went through a whole phase of just doing white, but in the last decade, I've definitely been doing a lot of color. Came around with the animals, and an interest in contrasting cuteness with things that are more disturbing. So, like, the cuteness that we perceive of farm animals, but the actual reality of farming being very different, etc.
You do have very cute farm animals. I did not realize they were also sad. I like the hooves.
Some of them.
They were super cute hooves.
I was allergic to cuteness for a very long time. I think art school does that too. But when I came to SCAD, we had a technician who we used to bounce ideas off each other a lot, and she was very into cute stuff. And so I started relaxing about the cuteness and getting into animals, etc. So I blame her for my current work.
Cute stuff is great. What's your favorite piece you've ever made?
Oh, that's impossible. Like, people love to ask that question, but that's not something you can answer, really.
It's fair. That's why I have only one child. What about within the last year? What's the favorite? Does that make it easier?
Not terribly, no.
What's the favorite class to teach?
I usually answer surface design because it's where I get my drawing and printing things out into the world and can indulge in my technical geek stuff too. But I'm going to be teaching a figure sculpture class this coming year too, and I think I'll really enjoy that. So.
Ooh, is that new to the school or new to you?
It's newish. It's existed before, but it's been a long time.
All right. Figure sculpture, are we talking the same way for sculpture that it is for drawing? There's just a nude model of the center and then everybody does an iteration from their viewpoint around a circle?
It's going to start that way and then get more interesting.
What do you mean more interesting?
Like more creative, more freedom to explore. It's an upper level class, so I expect people to have their own visual language that they're exploring and move into things that aren't necessarily just exercises.
How big is the standard sculpture in one of these classes?
I'm gonna make it smallish. Just for realism of the time of a SCAD quarter, there's only 10 weeks.
Oh yeah, you'd fail if it had to be big. Okay, all right. Reasonable expectations, got it.
Yes.
Very cool. Are these undergrad kids or,
It's a split undergrad-grad class. Both.
Very cool. I'm still stuck on the mechanics. Teach me something about pottery. You've taught me so much so far, but like you're on a roll, so I'm not stopping this train now.
Wow, teach you something about pottery without showing.
That's why it's hard.
It's very hard, yeah. So my teaching tends to be a lot of touch this, smell this, listen to this.
Smell this?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Why? How?
Well, kiln atmospheres have different smells to them. It's mostly listen and feel, but...
Okay, but listen doesn't make any sense either, Jessica.
Sure does. So, for instance, if you've made a bowl and it's got a hairline crack that you can't see, if you tap the side of it, if it rings really clear, no cracks. If you hear a dull sound, it's cracked. Or if you're trying to tell how thick something is, if you tap it, the higher pitched it is, the thinner it is. The lower pitched it is, the thicker it is.
Well, that's cool.
It's a very multi-sensory medium, I think. A lot of people who work in clay are very physical, which is very weird for me to have gotten into clay because I was the opposite of physical as a kid. I was the book nerd who did no sports, no dance, no nothing. And it took me a long time to get the physical part of ceramics because of that.
No, I think it seems all book. It seems like you've got an encyclopedia in your head of how to make things not explode that...
Well, yeah, there's a lot of that, but if you don't know how to use your hands and your body, you're not going to get anything to begin with to know about. So like with wheel throwing, there's a lot of just knowing how to hold yourself in order to make the clay do what you want it to do.
All right, for like a throwing wheel, how so? Because your little foot's on the tap thing, but is there like super pressure involved? I've not done this in years.
It's mostly about learning to hold your center still. If you're wiggling around, the clay is going to wiggle around and not be in the middle of the wheel. And so with wheel throwing, the whole way it works is with centrifugal force, and you got to get it right in the center of the wheel and keep it there to keep it round. Otherwise, it gets uneven and it falls apart.
Wait, that's so smart, but I would never have thought about that because, of course, you've got like abs of steel from just like not moving a single inch. Oh my goodness, that's cool.
I wish I had abs of steel.
There's a lot of like jacked ceramicists out there and potters out there.
That is true.
Well, I mean, I knew that of glass blowers, like, because the little, the hot hole is like a billion degrees and you're holding it and you can't drop it. And, so of course they've got like the shoulder muscles of, Greek gods, but I hadn't considered with a throwing wheel. Do you prefer a wheel? Do you prefer like just...
I like it all. I think my favorite thing about ceramics is learning new things. And there's always something new to learn. I have yet to stop learning. So I think that's what keeps me engaged. I've been doing this for a long time. That long list of things is less impressive when you know how long it took to develop that very long CV. But
no, it's a very impressive list of like fellowships and like magazines. Come on, that's great. You're cool.
Thank you. But yes, it takes a long time. And I think I could keep on learning for the next 30-40 years.
That's the best part about pottery, I think. I took like a very entry level, like, here's what you do is like fourth grader type class at Dream House, right?
Yeah.
It was fabulous. I had such a good time. I'm blanking on her name and I feel so bad. I will add that in the show. There you go. Loved her. It was so cute. No, and now I feel so bad about missing her name that I forgot the train of thought.
One of the great things about clay is that it's very accessible. as something simple when you have someone helping you, but it's still going to be something that challenges you even with a master's level of learning about the material.
Oh, I know where I was going. It seems to be much like yoga, where you can do it at 7 and you can do it at 97. It seems like, you can pick up at any point in your life and put it down at any point in your life and then pick it back up. So pottery ceramicist, must be very cool for a profession and like for people like me as a hobby, because it seems like something that you can carry with you forever and always learn.
Indeed, I'm always meeting people who studied ceramics when they were younger, went off and had a different career, and are coming back to it and doing really well with it, making it into a business even. So it is something like that where you can pick it up, leave it, come back, etc.
Did you ever stray and pick up a day job?
Oh, well, I mean, like every artist starting out, I worked jobs that had nothing to do with art to pay the rent, but I always kept on making art. There were a few times in my life where I didn't have access to a ceramic studio, but I still was making art.
Very cool. So teach me about a kiln. How big do you typically work? How hot does it get? How many pieces go in? I guess it matters size of pieces, so scratch that.
Yeah, so, I mean, kilns vary wildly in size. You can buy kilns that will fit in a microwave oven.
Really? Cute.
And then you have kilns that are large enough to fit 12 people inside of.
Stop.
So if you go to a factory, they have kilns, they just continually keep running, and it has carts that run through, and they're super long, like probably as long as this building, some of them.
Like a conveyor belt of pottery?
Yeah, well, toilets or things like that, but.
Oh, of course.
But there are artists who have super large kilns. There's an artist named Jim Konecko who has a kiln that's large enough for many people to fit inside of, because he does large scale outdoor installation artwork, which is at a lot of airports around the US, so probably a lot of people have seen it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Biggest kiln I've used, much smaller than that, but we do have a kiln that's probably big enough for 3 people to fit inside.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Which means you could make work that large if there weren't 80 students using it. But they also, I mean, at home I have a kiln that's big enough to fit 3 cups inside, and another kiln that's big enough to fit 2 or 3 of my larger sculptures inside. So lots of different sizes, different fuel. I feel like as gas prices change, etc., it's probably going to change what people are buying. But electric kilns are probably the most common, because you just need an electric line coming to your building. And there's gas. Wood-fired kilns are still a common thing in the US. Nowhere near as common as other things, but yeah. All kinds of ways of firing ceramic work, different firing ranges, different clays melt at different temperatures.
Ooh, that's cool.
Some clays, if you made a piece and fired it too hot, you would just have a puddle when you were done, which has definitely happened in lots of kilns out there, particularly if you're going to a public studio. People will not know anything and tell people they've got the right kind of clay, and they don't, and there's a disaster.
I like that you said your home kiln can do 3 cups, because that brings us to SIP, which brings us to Savannah Clay Community.
Yes.
All right, Savannah Clay Community. The SIP project is so cool. How many years has that been going on?
This coming year will be 12 years. We had our 10th anniversary the year before last. So in 2016, that studio technician who I was talking about, for her master's in arts administration at SCAD, organized the very first SIP show. So she got it going, but then she got her master's degree and left us. And so I have been keeping it going since then.
Oh, cool.
And getting a different person to judge the show every year. It's grown hugely from that very first year. we used to feel really excited if we got 300 cups entered, and now we're getting more like 700 cups entered. So
I guess I'm bad at counting. I would never have. I mean, how many? It's only 100 in the show, right?
It's around 200 in the show, but
I still can't count. Okay. So you're just turning down 500 cups each year?
Basically, yeah.
That's very cool. But every cup seems to find a home by the end.
We do really well at selling the cups, and I've been amazed at the audience in Savannah and how excited they still are by all these cups. And thank you so much for that. We've evolved so that we're also selling online now, but still a majority of the sales happen at the opening reception. And I think we've been selling at least 3/4 of the show every year for the last few years.
Very, very cool. So what is your title there? Because I thought you were the coordinator.
Coordinator, director, whatever you want to call it. We haven't really made a formal title for it.
We'll go director. That feels fancier.
Sure. Coordinator sounds more collaborative, so I kind of go between the two.
Oh, that's fair. That's absolutely true. All right. So with your work with the Savannah Clay Community, I mean, is it primarily organizing SIP, or
Well, we started a pottery tour last year during the Cup Show, and I think we're going to try to do it again this year. We have had members shows in the past. We're not great about organizing those, but that is something that we do. We have invited visiting artists to come and do workshops for us. So we do things beyond just that. We've been doing a yearly collection of bowls for the Emmaus House Empty Bowls fundraiser.
What is that?
So the Emmaus House is a soup kitchen.
Oh.
So Empty Bowls is not unique to that. Empty Bowls is an international project that is sort of franchised out to whoever needs to use it to fundraise to feed the homeless.
Very nice.
So we've been making bowls, donating bowls for that.
Do you have anything coming up to Savannah Clay Community?
Not formally planned until next year. The next SIP show is the only thing on the calendar right now. But we'll probably have more before then. Probably some pottery, holiday sales, etc. Who knows? There might be a jury show. So
at the Savannah Clay Community, I'm sure you will have a lovely Christmas something, holiday something rather. And I can't wait to see SIP. I have never been able to purchase a cup. I've always missed the one that I needed. So this will be my year. I will make cup selections.
I will keep my fingers crossed for you.
They go so fast.
They do, yes.
But does it go online first? Are people cheating?
No.
Okay.
No, it doesn't go online until after the opening reception. So people who come to the opening reception have first dibs.
All right, so I just need to be faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's usually a line at 5 or 6, whenever we open. I forget what time, but sometimes there's a line at 5 when we open at 6.
So get in line early and run around the room as fast as possible without knocking the pottery over, and then immediately purchase. Got it.
Oh no. It's supposed to be more relaxed and fun than that. Unless you find that kind of thing exciting, then awesome, but
I'm sure there are beautiful cups as far as the eye can see, and you can find many to purchase.
Yes. I could talk a little bit more about that for Feathers Familiar's show.
I would love to.
The juror for the show, Christy Culp, is a friend of mine who came. She's had work in almost every SIP show, and she came to the opening reception of, I think, the second or third SIP show and said, "Hi, Jessica," and I was very embarrassed. I did not remember her, but she's from my hometown. And so I had met her years before, but she has a mom who lives here in Savannah, and she likes to do things with the Savannah Clay Community because she got excused to come visit her mom, and she does that. And she's super impressive because she is a high school art teacher who has a national presence as a ceramic artist.
Awesome.
And that's just so amazing to me.
I mean, that's great. And maybe it's the summer break. Maybe the summer. Do you teach over summer?
high school people?
No, for you, for college kids. Do you teach college over summer?
I do a 5-week class in the summer, yeah.
All right, so then maybe the secret's the summer break.
Could be. She's done a lot of goats in her work, so one of the pieces I put in the show is a sculpture of a goat because I was thinking about her.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, the lineup is great. Let me see. All right, it is you, Jessica Broad. It is juror Christy Culp. Lisa D. Watson, she's been on the show. Dana Richardson, she's been on the show. Mary Hartman, love her. I have a painting of hers that I need to frame to put in my daughter's bedroom. Adam Miller, let me see. Karen James, and then Claire Buckner. And I don't know the last three. Have you worked with a bunch of these people in the past, or is this a new thing?
So the first two,
Christy and Lisa?
No. Adam Miller and Karen James are artists who have been in the SIP show several times, and so Wendy, the person who runs Ology Gallery, invited them because of the work they'd had in the SIP show, and Claire Buckner is the owner of Claire & Co.
Oh!
So she runs all of that Ology, etc.
Oh, of course. Okay, no, we've not met. Have you worked with any of them? I mean, so I guess all of them, most of them.
Yep.
Very cool.
I've never met Karen James or Adam in person, but I have definitely communicated with them.
Very cool. All right, this will be a fun show. How many pieces total, you think?
Well, there's also, because it's a jury show, there's 30 other artists in the show.
Oh, are they all connected to like the studios at Ology?
They are not. It was a national call for entry that went out, so they're from all over the country.
Oh, I did not realize that at all. Very cool.
So Christy Culp lives in Western Pennsylvania.
I knew she was an implant for this.
And neither Adam nor Karen live in Savannah.
That's
or
what
even
I thought.
Georgia.
Yeah. Very cool. All right, so how many pieces do you think? Do you know?
Well, I was just there before I came here, and it looks like probably around 60 or 70 pieces.
Whoa, big.
Yeah, because like most artists had a couple of pieces in the show.
If you've got 4 and there's 40 people on this list, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a big gallery.
For sure, yeah. All right, and like today we're recording and it's only the 28th of July. So if the show opens on August 8th, I really do not wish this on Wendy, but in my experience, artists would, especially the local ones, would wait till the last minute. So like I'd have people dropping stuff off on like August 4th for like a July 30 deadline. Like you can't hang anything till those last people show up. Pedestals make it easier though.
A little.
A lottle.
But yeah. And clay artists tend to be huge procrastinators too.
It's just an all artist thing, I think. So if you saw 70 pieces and they're not going up for days, I bet this show is bigger than we think.
It's possible. Wendy's pretty good about getting things organized. And if you've never been to one of her shows before, she sets up an amazing gallery space. Every show she's put up has been amazingly curated.
Very cool. Do you have a studio out there?
I do not. My studio's at home.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, sure. I think Lisa has a studio out there.
She does, yeah.
Very cool. I don't even know how big or how many people have like the in-house.
A number of studios there. I haven't counted.
Are we talking like 5? Or are we talking like 40?
I'm thinking like 10 to 20.
All right, reasonable. Very cool.
And they're decent sized spaces.
That's cool. Yeah, I need to go back there, but like it's obviously spaces that belong to people, so you have to be invited. I can't just like walk through there. So I don't know what they look like. How did we come to Fur Feathers Familiars? We being Wendy, I suppose. Did you have a backstory?
She did not give me a backstory for it, but I'm guessing that it came because she had been working with Christy Culp. Christy came and did a workshop for Claire & Co. last year, and I think that theme just fit her work.
I just like the familiars, and then, I guess because it closes in September, it's not October. I was wondering what. There has to be a reason. I'll just have to go to the opening and closing and ask everybody I see. Somebody will tell me.
Wendy. You're
Fair.
the one who would know.
Familiars is too witchy. I will ask Wendy, but I will also ask other people to see if it influenced their work, I guess.
Since I love animal sculpture, animal art, I will definitely love it.
Do you collect your counterparts' work, or is that insane?
Not at all, no. I tend to be more practical with my collecting, though. I tend to collect cups.
Adorable.
A ridiculously huge collection now. I do have some sculpture and some prints as well, but...
You're the one buying all the sip cups? Okay, I got it.
I also buy them elsewhere. Not just from sip.
Gotta pitch sip again.
But yes, I do buy at least one every year from sip.
What's the strangest thing you've ever made?
Oh, I had a very weird commission once.
There you go. What was that?
So I had been making a series of porcelain books that were in a gallery in Baltimore, and from that, someone came into the gallery and wanted their father's ashes turned into a porcelain book using imagery that had to do with their father. So that was a really strange thing to do, but...
I mean... That's not that strange. That's not near as what... Yeah, that's great.
Wedging human ashes into clay was a little weird, but...
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Did you put gloves on? Did you just, rub some ashes?
Yeah.
I mean, okay. It's ashes. I guess what's going to happen.
Yeah. But... bone ash is a common ingredient in ceramics. So if you've ever heard of bone china... What makes bone china? Bone china is bone ash from cow bones, not human bones.
Stop, I'm so stupid. I just thought that was a color they used to make some of it tinted white. There's bones in it?
Yeah, it lowers the melting point of the clay so that you can get that pretty porcelain look without having to fire it at this high temperature.
You're just chock full of knowledge. That's cool.
So I didn't think it was that weird to do the...
You'd worked with bone before, just not people bone?
Right, yes.
Yeah, still not weird. It seems very reasonable.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever sold?
Sold. I don't know about weird. I made a very large blue head.
I like that.
That one, yeah, so I sold that. That thing is pretty big. The head itself is about 2 feet tall.
Oh,
and then it's got a tree coming out of the top of it, so it's probably 3 or 4 feet tall.
Where did that end up? Somebody's living room or a museum?
It was purchased from a show in South Carolina, so I don't know who purchased it.
Lame. We should find out. I love when people say, when I ran an art gallery in Charleston or worked here in Savannah, if something had a very interesting final destination, I always made sure to pass that along. Or when clients would send photos to share it's up or it's arrived, whatever, I would try to pass that off to artists. It's just so nice figuring out where stuff goes. I'm so curious where your big blue head plant ended up.
I have a feeling in somebody's house in Beaufort, South Carolina, but...
We just knock on doors. It's close enough.
From that same show, I traded another artist in the show who I have admired since I was a college student. She asked me to trade for one of my sculptures, and so that was a really big honor from that show.
Aww. What'd you trade?
I was a little pig drinking out of a teacup.
Cute. Super cute.
The teacup had a farm inside of it.
Cute! What did you take from her?
Well, her name is Virginia Scott. She lives in South Carolina. She does sort of these abstract sculptural forms, usually installations. I just have one of them. And she's pretty famous for this sort of crusty blue glaze that she does on her work. So it's sort of got a figurative feel to it, sort of a sculptural feel to it, but it's abstract.
Very cool. I have yapped at you for almost an entire hour now.
It's been fun.
Yeah. Do Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Is there anything that you've thought of that you want to teach me or people listening or plug for any of your organizations or projects?
I think people should just go out and play with some clay.
I love it.
It's fun, it's easily accessible, it's therapeutic, as long as everything goes the way you want it to.
Are we pitching like going to a local craft store, like supporting Starlandia after their recent break-in and just grabbing some clay? Do you have a brand?
Support local suppliers, support local studios.
Do you have a pitch? Do you have favorites?
I don't have favorites. I support them all.
Okay. All right. It's not like a brand we can be picking up. Okay. Is there a tool that a novice should buy?
I think just a basic toolkit you can buy them anywhere. They used to sell them at Joanne Fabrics when there was such a place.
All right, great. You'd know when you see it.
Yeah.
Love it. What a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and talking to me, teaching me magic about clay.
Thank you for asking.
I cannot wait to see the show. I will see you, Saturday, August 8th, 5:30 to 8 o'clock at Ology.
I will see you there.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody else.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's links to learn more about Jessica Broad and her work, as well as the upcoming show at Ology Gallery in the show links. The show runs Saturday, August 8th through Saturday, September 12th. Please join us at the opening reception on Saturday, August 8th from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. or the closing reception on Saturday, September 12th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Big thanks again to Jessica Broad for coming and hanging out today. It was such a pleasure to meet her and learn more about her work and the craft in general. I can't wait to see the exhibition at Ology Gallery coming up here soon.